What was the Gang of Four's influence in Maoist China? Imagine a time when China was going through radical change, and a small group held enormous power over the country's direction. That's what happened during the Maoist era, especially with the Gang of Four. This group was made up of four key figures: Jiang Qing, who was Mao Zedong's last wife, along with Zhang Chunqiao, Wang Hongwen, and Yao Wenyuan. They became the main force behind the Cultural Revolution, which lasted from 1966 to 1976. Their influence was felt everywhere: culture, education, politics, and even daily life. They pushed Mao's ideas to the extreme, trying to reshape China into a pure socialist society. At first, they saw themselves as defenders of Mao's vision. They worked hard to eliminate what they called capitalist and traditionalist elements. They mobilized young people called Red Guards to attack those they saw as enemies of the revolution. This led to chaos, with many people being publicly denounced, imprisoned, or worse. Schools and universities were shut down, and traditional Chinese art and history were destroyed. They controlled what people learned in school, what was taught about history, and how the government and media portrayed events. Their goal was to create a society based strictly on Maoist ideas, but this caused a lot of social disruption. The Gang of Four used propaganda and media to keep their grip on power. They promoted Mao's personality, cult, and made sure everyone followed their line. They believed that radical change was necessary to build a true socialist society. But their methods also created chaos, economic problems, and political purges that hurt many innocent people. Their influence grew during the Cultural Revolution, but it also made many within the Communist Party and the general population uncomfortable. When Mao Zedong died in 1976, the Gang of Four's power quickly unraveled. They were arrested and put on trial for their role in the violence and chaos of the Cultural Revolution. Their downfall marked a turning point for China. The new leadership moved away from their radical policies and started reforms to modernize the economy and stabilize the country. From a socialist perspective, they initially aimed to defend and deepen the revolution. But their strict and dogmatic approach ended up dividing the party and society, which made it harder to build a stable socialist state. Their story shows how revolutionary ideals can sometimes lead to unintended consequences when power is concentrated in the wrong hands.